can see that.
So what's the problem? It's me. Yeah, say you want to go on a trip, like you want to get on a bus and then travel to Europe, and you have to visit multiple cities, and you have to arrange stuff, and you have to communicate what you're gonna visit and when you're gonna visit, what hotel you're staying, all those things. That becomes just an administrative nightmare. So we've found about a solution, or we're trying to build a solution for that, and that's Saskia.
I am the solution? Okay, well, no, I'm going to tell you what solution we found. Because we think that as holidays and trips and travel are supposed to be fun, preparation should be fun too. And actually, when you go around and gather your information, whether it's just the cool ideas of what you want to do, to the vital, essential information of how you get somewhere, where to stay, you always want to gather it into one central place. We want to offer that central place where you gather all your information, make actually like your personal travel guide. It will be in a format which is very portable, so you can get it onto your smartphone. You don't have to carry around, like I always do on holiday, like this little stack of paper with like all the itineraries and stuff. But it will be very very portable. And also you can can have like a timeline for all your activities and all your trips that you're making, so it's all very visible. And also the things that you want to do, they are pinned onto a map, which makes that your travel can still be very spontaneous. Because don't you just love to like wander around in a strange town and get lost, and then suddenly you think, I'm a bit hungry, and you just grab your smartphone, look at the map, and you see, oh look darling, that nice restaurant that we really want to go to, it's just around the corner, or a mile's walk or so. So you can always find a quick solution of somewhere you actually want to go also. So we wanted to combine the spontaneity of wandering with planning of travel in a nice way. Yeah. So practical information and cool to-dos and wanna-sees together. I hope I covered it all.
Yeah. Alina, you have a question?
Yeah, will you provide an offline version? Because the problem is when I'm going traveling, I don't have internet on my phone.
Yeah.
So there I can have GPS on my phone to track where I am right now, so I don't see where the next nice restaurant is.
Yeah, we're gonna make it possible so you can sync it offline and don't need to have any expensive roaming when traveling.
Yeah. Also vital information like alarm numbers and that kind of information will be available offline in your app. So it's all stored, that pieces of information.
What's it called?
Oh.
Well, obviously it's called Wander.
Yeah.
For wandering around. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was a really long pitch. Can you try and boil it down like in 2 sentences? What is it?
Planning and having fun.
A bit more. Why this? What's special about it?
Special thing about it is that it combines practicalities with nice things you want to do and see, and also pin them on a map and protect the spontaneity of being on a trip. Because there are obviously a lot of other travel platforms out there, but we didn't find that sometimes they just take out all the spontaneity out of your trip, or they weren't portable, as I like to say, and and we want to use all those aspects in our platform and make it portable and practical and fun.
What makes it spontaneous?
That's when you are wandering through town, you don't have to bind to a schedule. If you're more of a spontaneous traveler, you can just have it like as a backup. Like that you've been looking around in guides and on the internet, looking into things you wanted to see and do, and you store them on your smartphone in your app. So at the moments you are like, okay, maybe we can see if there's something we wanted to do close by. You can do it at the spot, or go like, oh, I feel like going to a museum now. Not that, okay, let's go to a museum at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but you do it more on the spot.
Is it a bit like Foursquare, how it recommends things based on your friends' activity?
That's an
Well,
iteration.
Sorry?
That's an iteration.
In the iteration?
Yeah.
Okay. I've
She
got
answered the
follow-up
question
questions. Okay. And what's the market opportunity here? Have you quantified that?
The market opportunity, we're gonna build a mobile app in a freemium model. So certain features will be free, and the more useful features you have to pay for them.
So that's like describing a product.
Okay.
But what's the actual quantifiable market opportunity? Who are your target customers? And how much is that worth?
Well, everybody who travels.
How much?
Like your mom, your dad, perhaps your grandma.
But
your
also
nephew.
young people.
Yeah, but it can be everybody.
At the moment, we're still shaping the idea and our vision, and we will, of course, do a market research and see how big our market is. But I'm afraid we can't completely answer your question there. But we do believe that there's a lot of people who like to travel, and we do. The three of us totally believe that there must be a market for this.
And we just want to make their lives easier while traveling.
Yeah, like keep the fun and convenience in travel, and not take away the stress elements that sometimes occur during travel, which I all think we sometimes have experienced at some point in our lives.
Any more questions?
Speaking of, brain-dead GPS that means to download data and whatever, maybe you could provide a service to customers which I have not seen yet provided. Partial download of GPS data, like free GPS data, OpenStreetMap or whatever, for the planned route, which is a little bit different than, from, let's say, downloading a whole Europe map for 2 gigabytes of data.
That's actually a very good idea. Thank you.
Something maybe between Ovi Maps and Google Maps.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Something in the
Layer
middle.
does that? They do it with augmented reality. You're at some street in Amsterdam and they show exactly where the museums are and where the restaurants are. So wherever you walk, there's a little, I don't know if you know Layer, but it's augmented reality, and they show exactly where you can go, what you can experience where.
Yeah, and that's.
I mean, that is the future of traveling, I think.
Exactly. Yeah.
So also, I think that if you know that you're going to Paris, you can just tell the app to only download the map of Paris. Also, I think you don't need to download the whole map of Europe.
Yeah. Any more questions? Okay, thank you.